Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
So who are these, like,
So
friends
like
or coworkers?
it's
Or?
everything and everybody. Not everybody and everything. It's just. Are you recording me?
Yes.
No, bro, you can't.
This for my Patreon.
No.
I haven't talked to my people in so long. I haven't talked to them in
You're
a long.
watching this.
No, it's not live.
You'll play.
I have to upload it. But it's just my Patreon. It's not like YouTube.
Fuck. Anyway,
I didn't want you to catch it.
I did, bitch, because that's on the red light.
And when the red light is flashing, this bitch is recording.
That's right. Last night, I was out with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you're about to shit up your back because I know what you give. And
Do I know these people?
Yes, you do. And someone said to me, I went out, I love children.
Mm-hmm.
This is so on point, B. So you're going to, like, pee right there. Like
I'm going to pee right here.
Yes. And so, because wait till you hear. I've been taught.
Are these prescription?
Absolutely, bitch. You a white man right now.
Right now that you take
Right
them off,
now, bitch.
I'm now white.
Yes. I'll be very perfectly honest with you. At my 52-year-old self, I've learned to, like, shut the fuck up and listen. Because I was smart when I was 12. I had a smart mouth.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a difference.
Yeah.
You can be a little bookworm and
Yeah.
you got a
But
little
then you
mouth
can have a
on
smart ass
you.
mouth.
And then it's like, come here, boy, I'm going to shake the shit out of you.
Right.
But I think now I've listened to people in different arenas. What the fuck is that? What's this?
These are sweet potato fries.
I thought you were ordering food.
No, Jack wanted me to tell her, because I asked her where she bought these. So, did I tell you when I came back in town, my friends had all chipped in and got groceries?
Got food.
Right. So she did the grocery shopping.
Oh, and they piled everything in.
Right. And so I was like, where did you get these motherfucking sweet potato fries?
Yeah.
And so she said, well, what did the Yuka app say?
You know what?
And I said, no, it says they're good. It says that they're good.
Right.
You know, because it tells you if the stuff has like chemical. Oh, these are excellent.
Oh, wow.
The sriracha shrimp.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
it'll tell you like if it's a lot of chemicals and
bullshit
shit.
in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I've learned over the, I don't know how many years, people that say they stopped going to the church. Because, you know, I don't go to church. I used to knock on the door to let me in every Sunday at New Beginning. I'm talking about
You used to go to New Beginning?
every motherfucking Sunday.
I don't remember seeing you at New Beginning. I used to go to New
went
Beginning.
that church every
What year was this?
A lot, bitch. From 2000. I became, let me tell you how big it was. I became a member of New Beginning before I settled into Atlanta. I joined the church before I put a box of anything in my place.
Right.
I joined that church. Back in his heyday, bitch.
All that man had to do was sing, to sit at his feet,
Yes.
to do
'Cause you
what must be done.
Yes.
Baby, I would love to hear that man
Let me
sing
tell
that.
you, and you remember that purple envelope?
Yes.
You know, all
that was
that
for
money
like
went
him.
to him.
Yeah, that was
money
for
went to
him. Yeah.
You know that man made millions of dollars from that church.
I know.
And you know what?
That was one of the reasons why I started pulling away from church, period.
I couldn't do it no
Because
more.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is a racket.
This is some bullshit.
You know, one Sunday I went, it was a New Year's Eve.
I used to go New Year's Eve.
And I used to go New Year's Eve, and I went New Year's Eve.
Being on your knees at midnight.
Right.
Yeah, I did it
Kneeling and
several
praying.
times.
Right. No, it wasn't New Year's Eve. I'm lying. It was a Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh.
And he said to me, it was after church. He came down off that damn pulpit. And he said to me, he said, I have had the biggest crush on you.
In the church.
We're in church. And I'm not saying because it's gay. I just think it's inappropriate. I wouldn't give a fuck if he was straight. Like, I mean, just the fact that...
You jumped down from this thing.
And he did jump down. He came down, and he said, I've had the biggest crush on you for the longest. And he said, I really would like to take you to dinner.
Fuck me. No, bitch.
He said, I really would like to take you to dinner. He said
in the church.
And I said, and I just like smiled because I was like super flattered. Like I was like, damn, this motherfucker done came. So he was like, and I said, okay.
Oh God.
I said, okay. And then he said, no, really. He
My
said,
heart is like racing.
He
now.
said, if you really don't want to go, he said, please just tell me. He said, because if not, I'm gonna fly to DC to meet some friends for Super Bowl. For Super Bowl party.
Like that day?
I said, no, I wouldn't do that. I said, no, that's fine. We can have dinner
Tonight.
So I went to dinner with him. And this is when, is that place still there on Piedmont? Buckhead Grill? No. It was that silver chrome building. Buckhead Diner.
It's closed.
Okay. We went to Buckhead Diner. And you know who else?
Cute.
It was. You know who else took me to Buckhead
Who?
Diner?
Yeah.
He stopped me in church too, bitch, at New Beginning.
At New Beginning.
Oh, the boys used to be.
Well, the thing is, when that happened to me.
It wasn't a lot. It was just a couple times. And I knew that I didn't like him. First of all, I wasn't attracted to him.
Right.
But what had happened was, several years before, this guy that I know, God rest his soul, because he's dead and gone. This guy that I know, this guy named Keith, said to me many years before, he said, Craig, just because you're not interested in a person doesn't mean you have to
shun them.
To shun them, be mean to them,
yes,
that kind of thing.
Do.
And especially the gays. Because see, sometimes the gays don't see the line. And you can still sometimes be friendly, and they'll still try to step over that line because they think your friendliness means, oh, there's a chance.
No.
But there was this guy that used to come down to see my friend Keith, who gave me that piece of advice. Mm-hmm. He used to come down from like South Carolina or somewhere. And this guy was older. I was like 20s. And this guy was probably in his 40s then. Mm-hmm. And it was just this older looking guy. And he was not attractive. I'm like, But he used to be into me. And every time we would get together, like, because he was Keith's friend, but we would meet somewhere to hang out at the club. And he would come down here for like Pride weekend. Like he was one of them. So he would come down here for the weekends and stuff. And I remember we were standing in a parking lot, or we were standing somewhere, about to go somewhere. We were meeting up. And he kept trying to stand near me, and I would move to the other side of the crowd. Then he come. And Keith said to me, because I was like making faces and shit, like, why is he following me, So then Keith said that.
Would he follow you?
So then Keith said that to me on the phone. He said, Craig, baby, he said, because Keith was older. Keith was like, baby, listen. He said, just because you're not interested in somebody, you don't have to be mean to them. And I kept that piece of advice. So fast forward, and we talked on the phone a couple times, and he said, well, listen, I really just want to know, like, are you interested? Because like, I don't want you to, and it's fine if you're not, like, I don't want you to lead me on. I said, no, I would never do that. I said, but no, you're not my type.
Right.
No, I didn't say you're not my type. I said, but no.
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested in that way. I said, I think you're a great person.
Right.
I said, we can be friends, but I'm just not attracted in that way.
No.
And he said, okay, well, I appreciate that. The nigga told me that he was okay with that, and he accepted that. We became friends, and we would hang out. He became a really, so like when I was really, I didn't even know you then. When I was really, really struggling, this is when I did my play the very first time. It was at 14th Street Playhouse. I remember you. I was having a very difficult time, and he and I were friends. And in fact, this was the time that Tyler Perry came to the play too.
Oh shit!
And so I was having a very hard time trying to, maintain my shit, get this play up off the ground. And so I was like 26. And so long story short, I went to the church and got money from them for me to pay my rent.
New Beginning.
Bitch. Sure did. He came, gave me some money. He said, this came from the church. I spoke about it. I told him about, because at one point I had been tithing a little bit. It wasn't long. Probably like two pay periods or some shit. It wasn't much. And then he told me to go back to get more because they were going to give me more. It was like $300. Mm-hmm. And so then he told me to go and ask for Deacon, whoever it was. Then another time, so I went like a week or so later because they were going to give me more, but they had just pulled the money like out of the
funds,
out of the
whatever
offering.
Yeah.
And so because he was like, yeah, I caught him when they were counting the money, So I went, asked the guy. The guy gave me $100 that time. He said, but you can't keep coming back.
What?
Well, first of all, I didn't even ask to come over here. Like, I was just instructed. He came over to me one day and he said,
what the fuck?
He said, you never even gave me a chance, and this is who you're dating?
Oh my God.
You're with him, and I never even got a shot.
bitch.
Like, he turned. He's like, I mean, I just don't understand, like, why you never even, I mean, he was like going off. I'm gonna tell you something Patrick said to me years ago. He said, this is when I was struggling too.
Patrick Cooper?
Yes. He said to me, because he would get, because remember when I lived in Vinings?
When he was right
He
around the
was
corner.
in those condos down the street, right? Like a couple, like a complex over, maybe two. Anyway, he was like, come on, bitch, let's go on, let's get a drink. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting in the house all depressed and down, right? And that bitch said to me one night, he said, Craig, as long as you following your dreams, you can never fail.
What I've learned about people is that, bitch, when they see you're doing well, they're done.
Well, here's the thing that
They
I've
are
learned.
fucking done, bitch. No, and listen, I'm telling you the hardcore, nitty-gritty, down to the ground truth.
And I was about to fly to go away. I was going to Bermuda, but I just canceled it because I looked at the weather and the shit is like in the 70s. I'm like, bitch, I ain't going to no Bermuda in no 70-degree weather. Bitch, I can stay right here for 70 degrees. And so my friend Vinny in France called me the other day, and I might meet him in Colombia.
Because I'll tell you, just from my father, his death, even though the tragedy of him drowning or whatever, I don't think you'll grasp the concept of her not being here for another 4 or 5 years.
So then the next day or whatever, I called her because I was going to the grocery store and I went to see if she needed anything. And she said, oh, you're so sweet, da da da. And so we were talking and she said, well, how you doing? And I said, Mr. Lewis, I'm just really sad. And then I just broke.
In front of her.
Bitch on the phone, in the car. I'm in the parking lot of the grocery store. Just like those little moments like that where you just kind of break.
They'll never go away.
But my thing is, when people say, well, how you feel? I would rather, and this is the lesson that I'm going to take with me moving forward. If I have friends that lose somebody or whatever, instead of asking how you feel, because you know they fucking sad.
And it went back to 0. And I was fucked up for like 3 days.
Yeah, it does, because like, I mean, now I'm talking to, like, I just talked to my friend Mike in New York. Of course, he reached out when it first happened and da 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 da. But yesterday was the first time that he really was like asking questions. So like, what happened? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like there are people who still don't know exactly everything that happened.
But you know, Craig, no matter your financial status, gay, straight, bi, tri, quad, whatever the fuck you consider yourself in life, death is always going to appear.
And I'm telling you, losing my mother it's moved death forward.
Bitch, and I wasn't prepared. You're doing what? And what I know to be true, so for all your people that are out there, when your mama gets to saying little weird things and jives, it's not necessarily the end of their life. It's just an indicator.
Yeah, she said to me, no matter, I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. She said that to me. She said, no matter what, I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. And then I found out the week after she passed, she told Gloria. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and I'm inviting you to join my Patreon. Don't know what a Patreon is? It's my official video diary with only exclusive content that you won't see anyplace else. It's easy to join. Just visit patreon.com/Craig TheWriter Stewart. Here's what you'll find on my Patreon. A day in my life, whether that's dinner with friends or a typical workday. Live Q&As with members of my Patreon about each episode of the T.S. Madison Experience and what I was really thinking. I'll even bring you on vacation with me. The video will make you think that you were right there. And last but not least, for all of my aspiring writers, I give you firsthand, one-on-one, personalized attention, answering all of your questions about publishing and self-publishing. So what are you waiting for? Join now. Swipe up or visit www.patreon.com/Craig TheWriter Stewart. I'll see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Craig TheWriter. Do it now. When I start telling that kind of shit, that's when I
are done.
It's the realization that the person who loved you most is gone. I said it almost feels like there's nobody else that loves you. But I wrote, what did I write? Let me see if I can find it real quick. This is it. I said my mother had a level of compassion that I didn't quite understand. And if I'm honest, it sometimes frustrated me because she could be too giving. But there's no such thing as too giving when you're talking about a mother. My mother was a mother, a grandmother, and a great-grandmother to some connected to her by blood and many who weren't. She was an incredible human being. I have a better understanding now of how she loved.
That's how we do it in Baltimore, bitch. I know you from Miami, but this how we do it in Baltimore. You know I was gonna let you have it by trying to get you yelling about my shoe. I don't come to Brandy like that. I mean.
I need y'all to know that November the 19th, hi y'all boy Shot-Tie, honey, the Phag are coming to Chicago. Now y'all asked us to come to these places, honey, and we found spots for y'all.
Baby, you all have been emailing us, tweeting us, messaging us on Instagram, and messaging over on the phagtalk.com website. Baby, we are coming, and the date is November 19th.
Aretha, Whitney, Whitney, Celine, Dion. Wait a minute. You skipped.
We are coming to y'all loud, live, and in color at the City Winery in Chicago. I need you to get down there right now and get your tickets. Don't beat me there, bitch. Beat me there. Down there to the ticket place, www.phagtalk.com to get your tickets for the November the 19th show in City Winery. Now, don't call us to come down there, honey. Y'all don't show up.
Baby, we are coming, and the date is November 19th. Baby, the tickets are already moving. You better get your tickets before you get left behind.
At www.phagtalk.com. That's PHAGTAWLK.com. Or run over there to the City Winery and get your tickets. I'm trying to tell you, this gonna be one of those shows that you don't want to miss, because we don't come to these places all the time. Y'all got to come to us. So we done decided to come to you. So bring your goddamn ass on down here and get your tickets. Please and thank you. Bye.
Well, she better than Ashanti.